Good day, folks. It is December 8th, the year 2022 on our planet. My name is Brian Gunderson. I am the creator of this new YouTube channel called Geomagnetic EarthWatch. You can also find me on Facebook under the same name, as well as Telegram, which at this time is just my backup channel. I am a Canadian living in the Okanagan region of the province British Columbia, Canada. Just a little bit about myself first. I am an independent researcher who started my studies 6 years ago with the Grand Solar Minimum. This is carried on into and now is my focus of attention of the current geomagnetic excursion, resulting in the weakening of our protective magnetosphere and its effects on our planet and its inhabitants. So, as an independent researcher, as other YouTube creators are, we have no credentials academically. We have no scientific degrees. We did not attend universities. Our studies are independent and private. This does not mean we're not capable of learning what's going on our planet, being awake, and having some aged wisdom. As independent researchers, we are free thinkers, researchers. We are not constrained to follow university guidelines and curriculums, steered politically in one direction or another, funded by the elite. We are resourceful, and we are open-minded. My awakening, actually 6 years ago, was first on a spiritual level, but that I sought the scientific explanation and aligned my findings and observations to the timeline as outlined in the 66th book. Those of us who are awake know what I mean. We know what the sequel and the outcome is going to be. And we're just going to leave it at that for now. So some of the things I am not going to get into, I'm not going to get into galactic current sheets and what's happening way off there. Folks, we're down here on our planet, and we need to pay attention to our planet, what's happening below our feet, and relatively above our head. We don't need to go any further than our sun. Now, there are external gravitational and magnetic influences on our solar system, and our planets indeed have been responding. And scientifically, that is important, but I'm going to leave that up to the head observer to cover those in his reports. As a content creator, it's the content and the information I'm going to be giving you. I'm not going to give you fancy graphics. I don't drive around the country in a big bus. I'm going to give you this, and this is my observatory. No bullshit, no lies. I'm also not going to be using fear porn and exaggerated headlines on my posts. For example, as I see so often on YouTube, a magnitude 5 earthquake is a magnitude 5 moderate earthquake. It's not a huge earthquake. It's not a large earthquake. It's not a massive earthquake. It's a 5, people. That's all it is. I am not here for the masterclass. I'm here for the rest of you. With me. As many will attest, despite my rough appearance and attitude, I am approachable. People can contact me directly, and I will take the time when I have that time to explain things to them. And through that, I get their friendships and contacts throughout the world. So together we can spread the word. So I'll be reporting on seismic events and of more concern, volcanism, and other heat anomalies coming out through the crust. That is my field and study and concern. Going back to what credentials we may or may not have, let me tell you something. The big guy upstairs is the final judge. And he doesn't need a university degree. On the subject of things picking up recently, we can assume that the global governments and elite know full well what's happening with the geomagnetic excursion, possibly leading up to a full reversal and the cataclysmic events that will follow soon after. I don't necessarily follow a timeline of the late 2030s to 2040s or by Douglas Voigt's interpretation of Hebrew scriptures of 2046. We need to focus now because we've already started. We're on our way there, whether it's 5 years from now, 10, 15, 20. We need to pay attention to how our planet is responding now. I do not believe we're going to wait until a micronova may or may not pop off in our face. The crustal slip may or may not happen. But to get back to him, chapter 16, verse 18, and there were flashes of lightning and thunder and voices, and a great earthquake, such as there had never been since man was on earth. So great was the earthquake. Or crustal slip. So we may be headed to an extinction level event of some species. And to say, well, we've been through that so many times and we've survived. We've come through. Folks, incorrect. We, the modern man, modern society, with our dependencies on technology and the grid, we weren't there during the last extinction level event 42,000 years ago. Our cousins, the Neanderthals, were there. And they were taken out, mostly. Some survived because we have their DNA. I'm not going to focus on micronovas and crustal displacements because that just opens the door into arguments. And again, we need to be focused here and now and how our planet may be responding leading up to an end event. So I'm also going to be veering off occasionally to cover such things as growing your own food as I do, making raised garden beds and greenhouses as I do, and storing food as I do. I'm just getting set up now. I welcome you and everybody else on this platform, as long as we're all respectful of each other, regardless of who we are and our beliefs and our academic standings or not. I'm going to close by repeating one of James's sayings of the Earth Changes channel, with your permission, James. You can put it all in your back pocket, or just leave it on the table. From Brian Gunderson, Geomagnetic EarthWatch. Buckle up, folks. Pray real hard and hold on tight. See you soon.